Ajsu, where in the Lok Sabha constituency of Lohardaga, Nehru Shanti is pitted against Rameshwar Oran of the Congress. Ajsu against Congress, what we can see in Lohardaga in this high stakes key profile constituency. And when we talk about Gumla, we have BJP's Sudarshan Bhagat pitted against JMM's, again a direct contest, the BJP direct contest with Bhushan Tirki of the JMM. This is yet another key constituencies. And when we talk about Hazaribagh, we have BJP's Pradeep Prasad pitted against Munna Singh of the Congress. Viewers, these are some of the VIP constituencies that we are looking at. And now going forward with the remaining ones is Chhatra, where the RJD is in a direct contest with LJP's Ram Vilas Party, Janardhan Paswan. This is also in fact another way or making inroads of the regional parties of Bihar as well into these Jharkhand Assembly constituencies with the direct contest of the central parties. When we talk about the assembly elections, how in fact the numbers give us a picture. There are total 81 seats for the assembly constituencies. The votes will be counted on November 23rd. What is reserved for the scheduled tribe, which is largely dominated by in fact the presence of the tribals in the area, and the sentiment is also very close with there in Jharkhand. There is 28 seats out of the 81 viewers which are in fact only reserved for the scheduled tribe, which constitutes as a part of 34.56%. And the total population of the state, as we have mentioned, is 4.6 crores. There are 2.6 crore million, there are 2.6 crores voters, and the total population is when you talk about the scheduled tribe population, it constitutes to be 26.21%. Now, the total population's nearly 27% is the scheduled tribe population, while 28 seats are also separately reserved only for the scheduled tribe. When we talk about how in fact Jharkhand was made and came into being, there are some facts who have come straight out of history. Jharkhand was carved out of Bihar primarily to safeguard the tribal communities. This was in fact the way the state was formed. It was done in year 2000, in the month of November. It was separated from Bihar and then a new state in fact was made. And when we in fact go further with the kind of history that Jharkhand upholds, there are in fact the forest areas which also are largely a home for a lot of tribals who still remain to be safeguarded in the reserved categories. 26% is reserved for the scheduled tribes, and nearly as the numbers we have also seen, the population for the voting seats is also 23% for the scheduled tribes. The total forest area is 23,605 square kilometers, which is now with 26% as we speak about the reserved for scheduled tribes. Now viewers, this is in fact very interesting to see how the people of Jharkhand are going to vote in this assembly elections as we speak. In the developments that have taken place in the past with Hemant Soren and Champai Soren now joining the BJP with both in fact against each other, it remains to be seen how in fact the voters of Jharkhand are likely to have another government in the next year. Alright viewers, joining me live on the broadcast is my guest Himanshu Bhatt, live on the broadcast. So very good morning to you and I appreciate you giving us your time. How do you see Jharkhand now moving towards the era of development? There are issues of employment to issues of infrastructure. There is in fact a direct contest of the BJP and the JMM in high key profile states. There are these VIP seats where there are direct contests, there are regional parties making inroads. But what is that one key takeaway, Mr. Bhatt, that you feel this Jharkhand Assembly elections is going to give us?
I think, after the formation of Jharkhand, which was for the tribal community, see, the purpose of making Jharkhand was preserve the tribal identity. And, this time again in elections, the issue of maintaining the tribal identity along with development and being on path of development, on the path of development of infrastructure, this issue of the identity is going to be very important. And how it is going to be very important is, in last 20-25 years, if you see, the tribal identity is slowly and steadily being eroded by infiltrators of Bangladeshi origin in illegal migration and Rohingyas. So the issue of this, illegal infiltrators in the state of Jharkhand through West Bengal, which is the case, across India. You go in Mumbai, you will find illegal Bangladeshis. You come to Gujarat, you will find that. So they have reached far from corners of that. But Jharkhand, what is happening is they are taking over the identity, or they are taking over the lands of Jharkhandi tribals. Now, which is going to be the key issue? That is what I feel. Not even in only rural areas or tribal areas, but even in the highly urban areas too. The reason for that is it's been too long in the states like, Jharkhand is not a border state, but then it is linked with West Bengal. And infiltrators of Bangladeshis, illegal Bangladeshi migrants into this tribal land, it's been heavy because certain places you will find the demographics have been changed there over the period of time. And that's why, that's going to be the key issue according to me, the identity of tribals.
Okay.
And which way the local population reacts is going to be interesting to watch. And 23rd will know. Because see, political parties will make all these allegations and counter allegations and things like that. I'm not going into that. But the fact of the matter is, across India, if you see, 8% of tribal vote across India. And out of that, you have about 23% of Jharkhand being dominated by tribals. The issue of identity, preserving that culture along with the development of infrastructure. That will be the key issue. And whatever people feel, which political party is addressing that. Because on both sides, you are having, pluses and minuses. But along with that, when you link it with, people fighting on, family fiefdoms and, well, what can you call? Trying to divide people on the basis of their religion, on the basis of their caste, on the basis of their... But the tribal identity is very important. Because here what has been happening, or there have been instances where, till yesterday, Enforcement Directorate was raiding. Why? Because someone complained, and on the raid it was found out that 6 or 7 illegal Bangladeshi migrants had got in with the bogus Aadhaar cards and passports, and loads and loads of weapons were found. What are they trying to do?
All right, Mr. Bhatt.
So
In fact, as you are also pointing out in clarity that the point for the fight in Jharkhand, it remains to be the identity of the tribals. And we'll leave it there. Thank you for giving us your time and speaking to us now, viewers. That was all the news of the nation and the world. We'll continue to track all the developments very closely. Till this, stay with us.
MDH का किचन किंग किचन में हो तो हम सब कुछ बना सकते हैं। बैंगन का भरता, आलू गोभी, भिंडी मसाला और भी बहुत कुछ।
MDH
अगर आप बनना चाहते हैं एंकर या फिर आप में है जुनून एक तेज तर्रार न्यूज रिपोर्टर बनने का, तो आप ज्वाइन करें ITV और इंडिया NewsX का मीडिया स्कूल। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का कोर्स आपको मौका देता है देश के दिग्गज एंकर्स के साथ काम करने का। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल में आप बेहद नजदीकी से देख पाएंगे किस तरह से ITV नेटवर्क के दिग्गज पत्रकारों की टीम दिन रात खबरों पर काम करती है। इस कोर्स के दौरान आप सीखेंगे एंकरिंग की एक एक बारीकी उन एंकर्स के साथ जो देश को रखते हैं हर खबर से बाखबर। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का ये कोर्स आपके एंकरिंग स्किल्स को करेगा इतना सशक्त, मजबूत, जिससे आप बनेंगे पत्रकारिता की दुनिया का वो चमकता चेहरा जो दुनिया देखेगी और पसंद करेगी।
आपके घर के खाने में रेस्टोरेंट जैसा स्वाद ले आए MDH का शाही पनीर मसाला। पनीर को क्या मस्त बना डाला।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
अगर आप बनना चाहते हैं एंकर या फिर आप में है जुनून एक तेज तर्रार न्यूज रिपोर्टर बनने का, तो आप ज्वाइन करें ITV और इंडिया NewsX का मीडिया स्कूल। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का कोर्स आपको मौका देता है देश के दिग्गज एंकर्स के साथ काम करने का। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल में आप बेहद नजदीकी से देख पाएंगे किस तरह से ITV नेटवर्क के दिग्गज पत्रकारों की टीम दिन रात खबरों पर काम करती है। इस कोर्स के दौरान आप सीखेंगे एंकरिंग की एक एक बारीकी उन एंकर्स के साथ जो देश को रखते हैं हर खबर से बाखबर। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का ये कोर्स आपके एंकरिंग स्किल्स को करेगा इतना सशक्त, मजबूत, जिससे आप बनेंगे पत्रकारिता की दुनिया का वो चमकता चेहरा जो दुनिया देखेगी और पसंद करेगी।
अब आया असली स्वाद।
अब आया स्वाद।
जब स्वाद के पड़े हो लाले तो MDH का चंकी चाट मसाला डालें। MDH का चंकी चाट मसाला।
MDH।
Welcome back, viewers. As in fact polling is underway in the Wayanad by-polls, Priyanka Gandhi has arrived at the polling station in Wayanad to cast her vote. Let's quickly cut across to see the live visuals. All right. As you can see, viewers, these are the live visuals of the Congress's candidate in the Wayanad by-polls, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, who has reached the polling booth to cast her vote. This is her poll debut for the Wayanad, and in fact her brother has aggressively campaigned for her to win the seat. Once again he vacated. As we can see in the live visuals, viewers, before she arrives and goes forward to cast her vote, she interacts with the voters and supporters who have been waiting at the station to speak to her. And what we can understand is from the body language, a confident face of Congress General Secretary, who is now the candidate at the Congress party for the Wayanad by-polls. A confident face for Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is what we can see. In fact, this is looking like a confident result expectation for the Congress. All right, viewers. The big question ahead of the results in the Wayanad by-polls remains to be, in fact, that another Gandhi member will be added in the parliament. Rahul Gandhi won this Wayanad Assembly constituency with a victory margin of 3.5 lakh votes in this year. But in 2019, the margin was even higher. It was 4.3 lakh votes. Now, campaigning for his sister, Rahul Gandhi, also very dominantly.
Okay. Yeah, do you want to ask me something? Yes, how is your expectation? How is your expectation? As I've said many times before, my expectation is that the people of Wayanad give me the chance to repay the love and the affection they've shown me, and to work for them and to be their representative.
There are a lot of controversies regarding that Churanmala landslide issue and last that Waqf board issue, and how is your response on these things? on this polling?
I don't think today is a day of talking about these controversies. I think it's the day for polling right now, and I just hope that everybody exercises their democratic right, comes out and votes.
Will you close the majority of Rahul?
That is to be seen. We will see.
Okay.
All right, viewers, as we have seen, in fact, a confident Priyanka Gandhi Vadra arriving at the polling station in Wayanad. All right, joining me live on the broadcast is my colleague Asavri Jindal, in fact, who share more details on the kind of scenes that are emerging from Wayanad and the kind of situation that remains persistent ahead of the voting that's happening. Asavri, what exactly is the inputs that you're gathering in the latest from the Bipole Assembly constituency of Wayanad, which is hoping to get the Congress back or maybe the BJP to make the confident inroads?
Simran, you pointed it out very correctly, the fact that Priyanka Gandhi has just exuberated confidence while speaking today at the polling station, which is located in St. Joseph's Convent School. We, of course, heard her right now talking about her brother, Rahul Gandhi. Again, Rahul Gandhi, last time around in 2024, he had a margin of 3.5 lakh votes, and of course, she wants to achieve the same margin, if not more. Again, there was, of course, a question that was proposed to her regarding the landslide that claimed over 100 lives. Very recently, it happened in Kerala. She's denied to speak on that front. But in fact, with that being said, today, there being the voting, she's made it very clear that everyone should exercise their rights. So again, this is the first statement that she's made today. She's again at the St. Joseph's polling station in Wayanad. We can see, of course, many people there. Again, it's a poll debut. So there's a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of excitement amongst the 14 lakh voters that are now going to be casting their vote. And again, you see a contest over there between Priyanka Gandhi, whose poll debut is taking place right now, against BJP's Navya Haridas. Simran, back to you.
Asavri. In fact, rightly, as we get the more details, the numbers are also the vote margin, including the kind of losses and wins that Wayanad by polls, and the land which was once ruled by Tipu Sultan looks like. This is going to be a very interesting result, in fact, for the Congress and also for the left Democratic Front, which we can see is a direct fight between the LDF and the UDF, while the BJP is also banking on to make direct inroads into Wayanad. While this, in fact, is going to be a crucial poll debut also for Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, it remains to be seen if Congress party will be able to add another member of parliament into the family or not. All right, viewers, joining me live is my colleague Belly Thomas. Belly, now just give us the details of from where you are coming in Wayanad and what are the scenes like. Speak to the voters on what's going in their mind before they cast their vote.
Simran, since this Wayanad is a traditional bastion for Congress, a lot of people whom we spoke to are saying that it's only Priyanka Gandhi who would be, who would be winning with a huge majority. But it remains to be seen whether she will beat the majority of her brother Rahul Gandhi, is what they keep on coming to us and saying. Meanwhile, there are some section of people who also complain that they were kind of thinking that Rahul Gandhi would never leave Wayanad for Raebareli. So this was what. So they some of them even delving deep into that said that he contested the election, saying that he would be an MP here, and later on, at that point of time, he wasn't even nominated for the Raebareli seat. After he knew that he would be winning, he entered the nomination for Raebareli and contested there and won there as well. But here the people were kind of in the belief that Rahul Gandhi would never choose Raebareli over Wayanad. And when he chose Raebareli, it kind of let down, like he kind of let down some section of the people in Wayanad say so. And to get that gap filled, that was the main aim and strategy of the campaign of Priyanka Gandhi, along joining with Rahul Gandhi in Wayanad. So they kind of use this emotional, strategy with BJP supporters saying that Rahul Gandhi wearing a T-shirt which says "I love Wayanad" and going around the voters in specific locations in Wayanad and saying that they are their own family, but they don't speak much about the issues and the resolution of that. And while people here say that there are actual issues like the solution for the landslide, or when it comes to the human-animal conflict, or when it comes to the night ban, the night traffic ban towards Karnataka, the Wayanad people feels like they are left kind of.
As you are also saying that the people of Wayanad are hoping for a change and in fact looking forward to cast their vote in the same sentiment. Now viewers, it's time to shift our focus to some other developments that are happening across the country, and speaking from national capital where a dense layer of smog has enveloped Delhi, Noida and parts of Ghaziabad, including the other parts of the NCR region, causing a significant drop in the visibility during the early morning hours. According to the Central Pollution Control Board, the air quality index remains in the very poor category. The CPCB data has showed that an average AQI in Delhi's Anand Vihar was at 393 at 5 a.m. in the morning. The AQI has been from that time in the very poor category since October 30th, when it was recorded at 307. Stubble burning persists in large parts of Punjab and Haryana despite in fact a blanket ban after the harvesting of the paddy crop has happened in October and November. This is often blamed as one of the largest reason for Delhi's rise in air pollution, but this is something that is not new. But despite such a steep rise in the cases of stubble burning in the neighboring states, the governments in Delhi and the neighboring states of Punjab and Haryana are turning a blind eye on the causes of what's making the cities more polluted and the air more bad. The case of stubble burning has happened year after year, but amidst all the political game, it is the people of Delhi who continue to struggle despite the winter action plan and the stage 2 of the GRAP being implemented. The air quality in the national capital continues to deteriorate further. All right, viewers, when we speak about Delhi, in fact, the condition at the Red Fort remains to be always much focused over. Now, joining me live from there is my colleague Arzu Seth, who is currently at the Red Fort, and my other colleagues which have in fact joined me live on the broadcast. Gautik has joined me from Gurgaon and Mahinder Mahi has joined me from Noida. Arzu, let me first begin with you. In fact, how exactly does the change in the visibility and the kind of change in quality of the air quality happens to be felt in Delhi at this point of time, and where you're coming from is the center of the Delhi. So how do you feel at this point from Red Fort? What are the big changes? Is the visibility dropped to a significant level?
Simran, if we talk about the weather has significantly changed, and also the Delhi people woke up to the first morning that felt like a winter morning in the November 2nd week. Right now I am at the Red Fort and would like to show you the visuals. The weather has drastically changed and you can see the visibility has become very less. This is the iconic Red Fort which is very hard to see because of the thick layer of smog that has engulfed the entire national capital. And also if we talk about, it's around 9:30 and you can see with the fog and the smog coverage is staying longer parts of the day. The sunlight cut off may cause a fall in the maximum temperature also. If we talk about in terms of temperature, the minimum temperature is around 17 degrees Celsius, and you can see the winter are also all set, and with that the visibility has become very less, and the thick layer of smog can be clearly seen here at the iconic iconic Red Fort. Also will try to take some reaction from the public also, because as far as the pollution is concerned, the AQI continues to be in the very poor category, and along with that there is a issue of fog also. Will try to take more reactions also. Sir, हम प्रदूषण पे बात कर रहे हैं, लगातार पॉल्यूशन बढ़ रहा है, कितनी प्रॉब्लम हो रही है आप लोगों को? यहीं के रहने वाले दिल्ली के?
नो,
कहाँ से आए हैं?
रामपुर, डिस्ट्रिक्ट रामपुर से आए हैं।
यूपी से आए हैं। यूपी में भी इसी तरीके की धुंध देखने को मिल रही है या फिर यहीं पे लगती है?
जी, थोड़ा थोड़ा बढ़ रहा है वहाँ भी।
वहाँ पे भी बढ़ रहा है। यहाँ पर आए हैं, कुछ तकलीफ हो रही, गले में दिक्कत वगैरह हो रहा है, कुछ महसूस हो रही है?
नहीं, इस तरीके की तो कोई अभी बातचीत नहीं हो रही है। मौसम तो चेंज हो रहा है, ठंड बढ़ रहा है।
ठंड बढ़ रही है, पॉल्यूशन बढ़ रहा है, प्रॉब्लम हो रही है?
जी मैम, हमें इम्यूनिटी बहुत है हमारी, तो हमें कुछ दिक्कत नहीं हो रही है हमें तो। हम भरतपुर से आए हैं।
अच्छा, वहाँ पर कैसा है मौसम?
नहीं, वहाँ पर तो धूप रहती है और प्योर एनवायरनमेंट है वहाँ पर तो मैम।
यहाँ पे बदलाव देख रहे हैं?
यहाँ पर धुंध दिखाई दे रही है ज़्यादा।
अच्छा, आपसे भी बातचीत करना चाहेंगे, पॉल्यूशन से कितनी प्रॉब्लम हो रही है? बात so you can hear the people here, and in fact they are telling that they have come from the from Uttar Pradesh, and they're saying that there the environment is clean, but here they can feel that the visibility has become
as
very
we can
less.
hear the voices from the Red Fort where they can see the visible change. Let me also go across to my other colleagues who have joined me from several other parts of the national capital in the NCR region as well. Now Mahinder Mahi has joined me live from Noida. Mahinder, what remains to be in fact changed for the people of Noida as the air quality has further deteriorated? The AQI has in fact spiked because of the pollutants adding up to the AQI and the bad pollution in Delhi. The visibility has dropped. What are the changes that you can largely see in Noida region?
बिल्कुल, देखिए, अगर पॉल्यूशन की बात करें तो अचानक कल देर रात से ही जो हवा है वो काफी तेज चली, उसके साथ साथ जो घना कोहरा है वो नोएडा एनसीआर की सड़कों पर दिखाई देने लगा। सुबह के 9:30 बज रहे हैं और मैं आपको एक बार तस्वीरें दिखाने, देखिए किस तरीके से वो तस्वीर है आपको दिखाई देगी। चारों तरफ केवल धुंधलापन नजर आएगा और कोहरे के साथ साथ जो पॉल्यूशन है वो लोगों को बहुत ज्यादा परेशान कर रहा है। ऐसे में आज एयर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स की बात करें तो नोएडा में 350 एयर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स दर्ज किया गया है। साथ ही साथ जो कोहरा है उससे भी अब लोग काफी परेशान नजर आ रहे हैं, क्योंकि एक तरफ पॉल्यूशन तो था ही, उसके साथ साथ जो कोहरा है वो अब कहीं ना कहीं लोगों को परेशान कर रहा है। लोगों का साफ तौर पर कहना है कि देखिए, कुछ दिनों तक हमें राहत मिली थी, नोएडा में जो एयर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स थी वो 250 के आसपास पहुंच गई थी, मगर अब अचानक आज जब सुबह उन्होंने देखा कि सड़कों पे घना कोहरा छाया है, जो गाड़ियों की रफ्तार है वो भी धीमी पड़ गई है और दूसरी तरफ जो एयर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स है उसमें भी काफी बढ़ोतरी देखी गई है। तो ऐसे में ये तस्वीर दिखा रही है कि आने वाले समय में नोएडा एनसीआर की जो हवा है और ज्यादा जहरीली होने वाली है और इससे साफ तौर पे सरकार और जो तमाम अथॉरिटी है उसका फेलियर सामने आ रहा है। तो किस तरीके से तमाम वादे किए गए थे, ये कहा गया था कि जो पॉल्यूशन है वो बिल्कुल कम होगा, कहीं ना कहीं लोगों को राहत मिलेगी, मगर ऐसे में जब लोग घर से बाहर निकल रहे हैं तो सबसे ज्यादा उनकी आंखों में जलन हो रहा है, सांस लेने में तकलीफ हो रही है, खांसी की समस्या हो रही है। सोचिए, जो एयर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स कल तक नोएडा में 250 था, आज वो 350 पहुंच गया और नोएडा के कुछ ऐसे इलाके हैं जहां 400 तक पहुंच गया, जैसे कि सेक्टर 62 जो दिल्ली से कनेक्ट करता है, सेक्टर 125 जो कलंजी कुंड से कनेक्ट करता है, वहां की सबसे ज्यादा बुरी हालत है। दूसरी तरफ सुबह से ही सड़कों पर जो है धुंध की मोटी तादाद तो है ही, साथ साथ कोहरा है वो लोगों को बहुत ज्यादा परेशान कर रहा है, क्योंकि अब जो पॉल्यूशन की जो डेंसिटी है वो ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगी, ज्यादा स्ट्रांग हो जाएगी, तो कहीं ना कहीं जो लोगों को अब थोड़ा सतर्क रहना पड़ेगा। हमने सुबह भी देखा, पिछले 20 दिन से लगातार देख रहे थे कि तमाम जो ग्राफ्यू के नियम है, जो पाबंदियां उस पर लगाई गई थी, मगर धरातल पर उसका कोई ज्यादा असर देखने को नहीं मिल रहा। सरकार जो सड़क से धूल मिट्टी बहुत ज्यादा उड़ रही है, जिसके कारण जो पॉल्यूशन का लेवल है और ज्यादा बढ़ता जा रहा है, क्योंकि नवंबर का महीना अभी शुरू हुआ है। आने वाले समय में जो ये पॉल्यूशन का लेवल है और ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगा और जो कोहरा है और ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगा। तो ऐसे में सोचिए, अलाव का लोग सहारा लेंगे तो उसके कारण भी पॉल्यूशन बढ़ेगा। कल दिल्ली एनसीआर में तकरीबन 5000 से अधिक शादी थी, उसमें भी आतिशबाजी तमाम तरीके का जो तंदूर लगा था वो लगा था। तो ऐसे में अब आने वाले 10 से 15 दिन दिल्ली एनसीआर के लोगों के लिए बहुत ज्यादा परेशानी वाले होने वाले हैं, क्योंकि कुछ दिन पहले यानी कि 24 घंटे पहले पॉल्यूशन का लेवल पूरे दिल्ली एनसीआर में सामान्य हो चुका था, 250 से लेकर 200 तक था, मगर आज अचानक जब लोगों की आंख खुली तो सुबह उन्होंने पहले तो सड़कों पर कोहरा देखा, उसके बाद जब वो घर से बाहर निकले तो उन्होंने उनको एहसास हुआ कितना ज्यादा पॉल्यूशन दिल्ली एनसीआर में फैल चुका है। ऐसे में कोशिश करें कि अगर आप कोई वहां से आ रहे हैं तो चेहरे पे जरूर मास्क लगाए। और सबसे ज्यादा विशेष ध्यान आपको घर में जो बुजुर्ग है, जो बच्चे हैं, जो प्रेग्नेंट महिला है, उनको देना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि डॉक्टर का साफ तौर पर कहना है कि जो जहरीली हवा है सबसे ज्यादा घर में बुजुर्ग, बच्चों और जो प्रेग्नेंट महिला है उनको ज्यादा परेशान करेगी। तो ऐसे में कोशिश करिए कि इस समय घर से बाहर ना निकले। न्यूज़ की जो तमाम टीम है वो ग्राउंड जीरो पर जाके हकीकत दिखा रही कि किस जगह कहाँ कितना काम हो रहा है, क्या एयर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स है, क्या स्थिति बरकरार है। तो ऐसे में जो तमाम हमारे व्यूवर्स हैं हम उनको उनके इलाके की अपडेट भी दे रहे हैं। दूसरी तरफ देखिए कि पहला ये का पहला ये मौसम है जहाँ घना कोहरे के साथ साथ तेज हवाएं चल रही है, मगर उसके साथ जो पॉल्यूशन का लेवल है वो भी बढ़ता जा रहा है।
All right, Mahinder, thank you for adding these details, and in fact what you are bringing, the kind of scenes from the ground also look very worrying for a large population living in the Gautam Budh Nagar, in fact, commissionerate. Now, when I move from NCR to what happens in Haryana, Gohit joins me live from Gurugram. Gohit, as we see, there are in fact worrying news coming from the national capital and the neighboring city of Noida as well. But when we talk about Gurugram, because which is also very close to the Parali burning states, when we talk about Punjab, and Haryana in fact remains to be also one of those states where stubble burning is in fact seen. What remains to be the visual that you can bring to us right now when we talk about the AQI being severely at higher levels and the air quality being very bad at this point of time?
जी बिल्कुल, अगर इस वक्त गुरुग्राम की बात करें तो गुरुग्राम में अचानक से मौसम में बदलाव आया है। जो टेम्परेचर है उसमें गिरावट आई है और एकदम से जो टेम्परेचर है वो 17 डिग्री सेल्सियस पहुंच गया। आपको बता दें गुरुग्राम में लगातार जो पॉल्यूशन है वो भी बढ़ता जा रहा है। आज गुरुग्राम में जो AQI है वो 350 के पार दर्ज किया गया है। हालांकि इस वक्त गुरुग्राम की जो स्थिति है, आपको तस्वीरें दिखाते हैं। आप मेरे पीछे देखेंगे तो आसमान की तरफ आपको कोहरे की एक जो है चादर दिखाई देगी, जिसमें स्मॉग और फॉग दोनों मिक्स होकर एक तरीके से एक ऐसी परत बना रहे हैं जो सीधा सीधा लोगों की हेल्थ को इम्पैक्ट करता है। हालांकि सुबह से ही गुरुग्राम के मौसम में बदलाव देखने को मिला है और आपको ये भी बता दें कि इस वक्त भले ही गुरुग्राम के मौसम में बदलाव देखने को मिला हो, पर जो अगर मौसम विभाग की बात करें तो 15 और 16 नवंबर को कहीं ना कहीं गुरुग्राम में जो है थोड़ा बूंदाबांदी की संभावना जताई गई है, जिससे कहीं ना कहीं इस पॉल्यूशन पर जो राहत मिलती हुई नजर आएगी। हालांकि अगर हरियाणा और पंजाब की पराली जलाने की स्टबल बढ़ने की बात करें तो कहीं ना कहीं इस वक्त ये अच्छी खबर है कि पहले के मुकाबले कहीं ना कहीं पराली जलाने के मामले में गिरावट आई है। इस बार अभी अगर सितंबर से नवंबर तक की बात करें तो 922 जो केसेस हैं वो दर्ज किए गए हैं पराली जलाने के लिए, जो पिछले साल के मुकाबले इस साल कम नजर आ रहे हैं। हालांकि 2023 में 2000 मामले जो थे अब तक दर्ज, तो कहीं ना कहीं स्टबल बढ़ने के जो केसेस हैं उनमें कहीं ना कहीं।
All right, thank you for adding more details and sharing the latest inputs that you're tracking to all my colleagues. Now shifting our focus to what's happening in fact in Punjab. Now smoke from the burning of the paddy residue in Punjab and Haryana is historically a key contributor to the capital's worsening air quality index in winter. Delhi's AQI has stayed over 300 for the past few weeks in the very poor category and in fact also reached into the hazardous levels since October 30th. But it is yet to cross the 400 mark and breach the severe level. According to the data that has been shared by the Indian Agricultural Research Institute, till November 12th, Punjab recorded 7,112 farm fires, significantly lower than the 24,000 figure of farm fires which were recorded in the same period last year and 43,000 farm fires recorded in the year 2022. In Haryana, the total fire count till November 12th was 1,020, which was significantly down from 1,813 farm fires in the same period last year and nearly 3,000 farm fires in the year way before. The highest single day count in Punjab this year is 730 farm fires recorded in a day. All right, viewers, joining me live on the broadcast from Chandigarh is my colleague Kulveer Dewan. Kulveer, very good morning to you. How exactly is the city of Chandigarh seen being affected by the farm fires that have been rampantly on an increase in Punjab and Haryana? But if we compare to the figures that we have from the years way before to this year, in fact, it seems to have gone down. But the figure remains and poses a question and a worrisome problem.
बिल्कुल स्टेबल बर्निंग के मामले बेशक कम हुए हैं। पंजाब की बात करें या हरियाणा की बात करें, पंजाब में 7,000 मामले जो हैं वो फिलहाल उससे ज़्यादा सामने आ चुके हैं और कल का दिन कहीं ना कहीं राहत भरा रहा, क्योंकि कल 83 मामले जो हैं वो ही सामने आए हैं स्टेबल बर्निंग के। हालांकि ये आंकड़ा पिछले 2 दिनों से 300 या 400 को पार कर रहा था, लेकिन कल 83 मामले ही आए हैं पंजाब में स्टेबल बर्निंग के, और 9 जिले ऐसे हैं जहां पर स्टेबल बर्निंग का कोई एक भी मामला सामने नहीं आया। लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी चंडीगढ़ के हालात काफ़ी खराब बने हुए हैं और पंजाब के भी बहुत सारे जो शहर हैं वो ऑरेंज जोन में हैं। और चंडीगढ़ में AQI 370 पहुंच गया है, जो 2 दिन पहले 400 पार कर रहा था। यानी काफ़ी ज़्यादा हालात चंडीगढ़ में भी बिगड़े हुए हैं और विजिबिलिटी खासतौर पर सुबह और शाम काफ़ी पुअर हो जाती है। मेरे साथ कुछ लोग हैं चंडीगढ़ के, आपसे शुरू कर लेते हैं। कितनी दिक्कत जो है वो विजिबिलिटी की वजह से आ रही है और पोल्यूशन की वजह से आ रही है?
पोल्यूशन की वजह से काफ़ी परेशानियाँ लोगों को आ रही है। एक तो जो शाम को समय से पहले जल्दी अंधेरा हो रहा है, इससे लोगों को आने जाने में दिक्कत हो रही है, जो ड्यूटी का टाइम लोगों के आने जाने का। दूसरा बच्चों के लिए परेशानी, और जो सांस के मरीज हैं उनको ज़्यादा दिक्कत हो रही है। और इसके बावजूद भी सरकार कुछ सख्ती कर रही है और लोग जागरूक भी हो रहे हैं। थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा, धीरे धीरे सुधार देखने को मिलेगा फिर अगले कुछ दिनों में। और अगर जैसे कुछ बारिश वगैरह जल्दी थोड़ी आ जाती है तो मौसम में थोड़ा सा और साफ होगा और लोगों को राहत मिलेगी।
चंडीगढ़ में जो AQI है वो लगातार ये कहें कि रेड जोन में पहुंचा हुआ है। आप ये बताइए सर, कितना दिक्कत आम लोगों को होती है?
विजिबिलिटी में सुबह और शाम में बहुत डिफिकल्टी है, और जैसे ओल्ड एज पर्सन हैं उनको ब्रीदिंग में प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, तो इसको गवर्नमेंट को कुछ ना कुछ सोल्यूशन निकालना चाहिए सर।
आप क्या कहेंगे, कितनी दिक्कत आम लोगों को हो रही है? क्योंकि सुबह शाम तो विजिबिलिटी जो है वो चंडीगढ़ में काफ़ी पुअर हो रही है।
लाइक हम विजिबिलिटी नहीं दिखती है शाम को और सुबह, क्योंकि अब सुबह स्कूल टाइम्स होते हैं, तो फिर ऑब्वियसली बसेस ड्राइवर्स को और जो अपने खुद की व्हीकल चलाते हैं उनको दिक्कत होती है। एंड